Well, hello, my fellow unwokers. That right there is why these people didn't suffer. A lot of people are trying to discuss whether the people on the submarine or submersible suffered, and can we recover the bodies and things like that. I did some research on it, and I found some actually pretty intriguing things. I learned a lot. Um, One of the things that is not really being discussed is the tremendous amount of pressure um, down there where the Titanic is. If you're not aware, the Titanic is about 12,500 feet below sea level. Um, if you've ever been up in Colorado and you go up on Pikes Peak, that's about 14,000 feet, roughly, somewhere in there. I was up there, and when you get up there, you get dizzy because of the atmospheric pressure change, and that's just air pressure, not the weight of water on top of you. So at 12,500 feet, I did some research. At sea level, the air pressure, or the pressure on our bodies, the atmosphere, it's called one atmosphere at sea level, is 14.7 psi. So that's what we're in right now. 14.7 psi. That's why when you go up to space and there's no pressure, your body explodes or, gets puffy and kind of like in Total Recall. Anyway, at 12,500 feet, let's put it this way, when you go down 33 feet in water, the atmospheric pressure increases by one. So in other words, instead of 14.7, it's twice that. Um, by the time you get down to where the Titanic is, you are at 378 times the pressure here on the surface, which takes us up to 5,556 psi. That's a lot. Now, watch this video of the bulb, the light bulb. And by the way, I'll link. This is a really good video. They posted this a couple years ago, and they actually use a pretty heavy duty jar, and they do that later in the video as well. But I just wanted to get an example up here for you. Watch the PSI gauge. Watch the red on the gauge, right? The red on the gauge only goes up to 4,500, which is 1,000 pounds less than what it is down at the Titanic. Um, and if you watch the gauge, it hardly moves at all. I think it jumps just a smidge if you watch really carefully before this bulb collapses on itself. So with the bulb being thin, it explodes pretty quickly, but still, um, this gives an idea of how fast the submarine collapsed. So let's watch that video real quick. This is incredible. Just like a balloon pop.
Did it already break?
Did it already break? So that's how fast it happens. It's a microsecond. And from what I read, also the human body, um, if you like get poked by a pin or something, it takes 100 milliseconds or something before that even gets to your brain, before your brain can even register it, which is, that's pretty fast. But this thing imploded even faster than that. So these people didn't even know what happened before it was just smash. And then people are talking about this is where my warning at the beginning of this comes in. Uh, the content warning. I'm not going to show anything graphic, but if you have a vivid imagination, this might gross you out. Think about this. You're laying on a slab of steel on the ground, right? Big slab of steel. Right above you is hanging another one that weighs 5,556 pounds. So you're in between two big flat slabs of steel. All of a sudden, they let the steel loose and it falls on you. It's going to smash you like a pancake, not to mention you'll go splattered out the sides. You're not going to feel a thing. And as far as recovering the body, there's no recovering the bodies. When that kind of thing happens, there's no recovering the bodies. Everything is obliterated into mush. And by now, several days later, the creatures on the bottom of the ocean, who are always hungry, have already taken care of any remnants that are left. So it's truly sad, and I really honestly do feel I'm heartbroken for the families. This was absolutely a tragedy, and I don't know what else to say. I'm not starting and ending this video the way I normally do, but out of respect for the family. But God bless them. They are going through what is obviously quite a hard time right now. So that's all I can say is prayers to the families. God bless.